Lesson 5 of Topic 1 for Module 1. We're going to be looking at change in dimensions. So we're going to be using these three rectangles. The first one is already done here. So rectangle 2 has dimension base 6, height 2. Oh. So we're going to be looking at what happens when we double the dimensions and when we triple the dimensions. So first, let's just look at the perimeter of that rectangle. So we could just add all the sides, 6 plus 2 plus 6 plus 2, or we could just add 6 plus 2 once and then double that. So 6 plus 2 is 8, 2 times 8 is 16. So that's the perimeter. The area would just be base times height, which is 12. If we double the dimensions, excuse me, if we double the dimensions, 6 times 2 would give us a base of 12, and 2 times 2 would give us a height of 4. If we were to find the perimeter of that, we could just add the 12 and the 4, which would be 16, and then double that, which would be 32. And the area would be base times height, which would be 48. And then if we triple the dimensions, 6 times 3 is 18, 2 times 3 is 6, and to find the perimeter, we could just add the 18 plus 6 and double that, and then that would give us 48. And then for area, we just do base times height, which will give us 108. So if we just kind of look at the pattern here, we can see that the perimeter doubles. So from 16 to 32, that doubled. That doubled. And then from 16 to 48, that quadrupled. So this was times 2, and then this times 4. If we look at the, I'm sorry, times 3, it tripled. 16 times 3 is 48. If we look at the area, 12 times 4 will give you 48, and then 12 times 9 would give you 108. So, again, when we double the dimensions, right? When we double the dimensions, that will double the perimeter, and that would multiply the area by 4. When we triple the dimensions, that would triple the perimeter, and then that would multiply the area by 9. Let's take a look at the next. Let's get that out the way. So for the last rectangle, it is a 3 by 3, which is a square. A square is a type of rectangle. So the base is 3, the height is also 3. The perimeter would be 4 times 3, since all sides of a square are the same. We can just multiply by 4. And then the area would just be base times height, or side squared, which would give us 9. And then if we were to double the side lengths, 3 times 2 is 6. And then the perimeter of the side lengths doubled, we would again take each side and just add it. Since there are 4 sides, we could just multiply 6 by 4. And then the area would be 6 times 6, which is 36. Now, if we triple, 3 times 3 would be 9. And then again, for the height, The perimeter, we would just have to multiply 9 by 4 since a square has 4 equal sides. And the area would be 9 times 9, which is 81. So again, excuse me. All right, when we double the dimensions, the perimeter also doubles. When we double the dimensions, the area gets multiplied by 4. So if you double the dimensions, you're going to double the perimeter, and you are going to multiply the area by 4. If we triple the dimensions, it will also triple the perimeter, and then the area will be multiplied by 9. So if you triple the dimensions, you're going to multiply the perimeter by 3 as well. So you're going to triple the perimeter, and then you're going to multiply the area by 9. All right, do notice 2 to the second power is 4, and 3 to the second power is 9. So just, if that helps you to, it should help you to remember because that's why it is, but whatever you're doing to the dimensions, square that, and that's what happens to the areas. So not whatever you do, sorry, whatever you're multiplying the dimensions by, whatever factor you use on the dimensions, square that, and that's the factor that you're going to use for the area. And we're going to omit until we get here. It's the same 3 rectangles, but this time we're adding to the dimensions. We're not finding the factors, or we're not using the factors on the dimension. Excuse me. So, you know what? Hold on real quick. I'm going to save myself a little time. I'm going to go ahead and copy, oops, this in the first. Sorry, I'm doing too much there. I'm going to use this for the originals. And then I'll copy it here. So for rectangle 2, we have a base of 6 and a height of 2. We're supposed to be adding 2 to the dimensions, meaning, hold up, there we go. Meaning we want to add 2 to the base. So 6 plus 2 is 8. We want to add 2 to the height. 2 plus 2 is 4. So let's look at the perimeter. We're going to add the 8 plus 4 twice. That'll give us 24. And then we want to go ahead and the area, we want to multiply 8 by 4, and that gives us 32. Excuse me. Then for the, yeah, if we add 3, 6 plus 3 is 9, 2 plus 3 is 5. And again, we're taking these numbers and we're adding 3. When we find the perimeter, we can just add the 9 plus 5, which is 14, double that, and that's 28. Then we're just going to multiply 9 by 5 for the area because it's just base times height to get 45. Okay, so looking here, it seems, let's see if we can see any patterns. Well, it's obviously increasing, but it's not increasing by a factor. This one increased by 8 and then increased by 12. So 16 plus 8 is 24. 16 plus 12 is 28. There isn't anything that we're doing here. We're adding. So 12 plus 20 is 32. And then 12 plus, what is that? 33 is 45. So let's see if that pattern holds true for the next one. So the linear dimensions here, we're adding 2 to the base and the height. So that's going to be 5 and 5 when we add 2. The perimeter, oh, sorry, it's a square. So don't forget, this is a square. So if this was 5 and 5, we would just add 5 4 times. So we can multiply 4 by 5 to get 20. And for the area, we're just doing base times height, which is in this case 25. Then over here, the new base, if we add 3 to 3, we get 6 for the base and the height. And the perimeter, will just multiply a side length by 4. And then for the area, it'll just be base times height, which is 36. So let's take a look at the relationship. So prior to, for the previous one, we had to, or it did, add 8. And then from here to here, we added 12. From here to here, we added 20. Then from here to here, we added, what's that, 33? So let's check the pattern for this last rectangle. So from 12 to 20, that's adding 8. From 12 to 24, that's adding 12. So that matches what we did before. So when we add 2 to the dimensions, we add 8 to the perimeter. When we add 3 to the dimensions, we add 12 to the perimeter. Now for area, from the 9 to the 25, what's that? Is 16. So that's plus 16. And then from here to here, what's that? 27, sorry. So as you can see, it's not the same as the difference of the areas for rectangle 2. So the perimeter did increase by the same amount, but the area did not. It does increase, but it's not by a consistent amount, and it's definitely not increasing by a factor. We're not multiplying anything this time.